Alright, y'all know what the fuck time it is. Spurs beat the Trailblazers 111 to 98 in the Spurs' first playoff game in the last 7 years. It's a fucking party in San Antonio. It's fiesta time. The whole city is so lit. I live in San Antonio. Obviously, the city hasn't been so excited since the last time we made the playoffs in 2019, I want to say. Um, we'll get started. Our whole stadium is just beautiful. They have the Fiesta shirts laid out for everybody. I'd want a pink one if I could get one, but it's just the blue, the pink, the yellow. Again, just a whole party in the whole city of San Antonio. We'll start off with OKC shade. I won't take too long for it, but OKC fans are saying, "Oh, the Spurs, they stole our thing. They stole our thing." That's OKC's thing to lay out t-shirts for the whole stadium and everyone's wearing blue, and it's fucking lit. I like it. OKC's an awesome crowd. They've always been an awesome crowd. But certain OKC fans are acting like they invented the t-shirt layout thing. If y'all remember, I remember the white hot Miami Heat days. They would do the whiteouts. Everyone's wearing the white t-shirts. They would hand out if you guys remember. Let me know y'all's earliest one. The earliest one I remember is the We Believe Golden State Warriors. I forget the exact year for that team, but it was before Steph Curry got there. If y'all remember, Steven Jackson and Baron Davis, Monte Ellis as well. But whichever year that was, they lay out golden We Believe shirts all throughout the entire stadium. 2009 or something like that. It was way before OKC was doing that. So I just think it's lit and it's badass when any team lays out t-shirts for the whole crowd and the whole crowd puts them on. I just think it's badass, but there are OKC fans acting like they invented that and it's been going on for a long time. A bunch of college teams do it. Again, the earliest NBA team I can remember doing it was the We Believe Warriors, but I'm sure teams probably did it before them as well. But we're the best home court advantage in the entire NBA. Again, all the Fiesta colors are out. Even non-Spurs fans, I saw them saying San Antonio Stadium is fucking badass. Everyone looks so beautiful with our Fiesta colors, and we definitely did out there. We'll get started. This is the lead chart. It was a disappointing win. I wouldn't say it was disappointing, but when the game was over, I didn't feel like we dominated Portland. We did kick their ass pretty good, but we got up. Right here's the fourth quarter. We were up 21 points at a point in the fourth quarter. They're able to cut it down. This little line is a 10-point lead, so they cut it to 11. And I want to say Devin Vassell, I think that was earlier in the fourth quarter, or it was actually in the third quarter. We'll get to the player stats in a second. But Devin Vassell has the chase down block. I want to say it was on Scoot Henderson. Devin Vassell just sprints up the whole fucking court. It was such an amazing block. He's in playoff mode. He had that block. He had another block on Donovan Clingan. Gets a big rebound over Donovan Clingan. Hits back-to-back threes in the third quarter, and then he kind of gets into the paint off the dribble. He turns over his left shoulder and hits that little fadeaway bank shot, if y'all remember. So Devin Vassell was great out there. Back to my point, though. I feel like we could have kicked their ass better. We're kind of shaking the rust off out there, so it's crazy for us to be pretty rusty out there. Wemby didn't look rusty, but just as an entire team, we haven't had nine days off in forever, probably all season long, to be honest. So it was cool to see us shake the rust off and at the same time, kick the Blazers' ass. They don't have it color coded here, but this was the only time the Blazers had the lead. It's usually in red, but right here, their biggest lead was 3 points. For the Blazers, our biggest lead was 21 points, and that was in the fourth quarter. So we got up 20 at the best time in the game. Then we kind of squandered our lead again, and they cut it to 11. I was honestly kind of worried in the fourth quarter. If it was a regular season game, I wouldn't have been worried about us losing. But when they cut it down to 11, I was a little concerned. I think right after that, Wemby hit that little step back three on Donovan Clingan, and it was pretty much a wrap after that. But yeah, we have the 21-point lead. Their biggest lead was 3. Only 6 lead changes in the game. Only 3 times the game was tied. So again, after the first quarter, we just really controlled the game. We were up the entire time after that little lead Portland got in the first quarter. Moving on, Spurs win 111 to 98. So we win by the 13 points out there. We have the 45 rebounds. Portland has 38. We'll get to the player stats in a second here again. Wemby did have only 5 rebounds. I heard like some sports betting people talking about, oh, the over-under was 8 rebounds for Wemby. How doesn't he get 8 rebounds? We did a good job rebounding as a team. We still got 45 rebounds, so that's a good rebounding game. If you can get like even 40 plus rebounds, I usually consider that a pretty good rebounding game. And we still out-rebounded the Blazers by 7 points. So I think Wemby did more than enough out there. He was out on the perimeter a lot. They had Robert Williams stretching out and shooting some corner threes. He shot a couple wing threes as well. We're going to live with that, of course. Robert Williams is not going to knock down 5 or more threes most likely and threaten us from out there. But again, he was stretching the floor out, so Wemby had to at least respect him and get out there to kind of contest those Robert Williams threes. I think Klingon will shoot a 3 every once in a while as well. So they did a good job, putting lineups out there to make Wemby guard on the perimeter so he didn't get to camp down low where he's most effective too much, but he still did a great job defending the paint out there. Portland has 28 assists. We have 24. Thought we did a good job moving the ball. I want to say Deni Avdija had at least 10 assists by himself. I'm a big Deni Avdija fan. I thought he was great out there as well. They have the 9 steals. We have 6. They got us there. We have the 5 blocks to Portland's 2. We normally win on the blocks with Wemby, of course. They have 10 turnovers. We have 13. Again, I don't think 13 turnovers is a horrible game taking care of the ball. It's not great, but we're able to overcome it. Portland just played, 2 or 3 nights ago? So they have more of a rhythm than we do. Again, we're just shaking off the rust, so I'm pretty sure we'll get better at taking care of the ball. There was one Keldon had, I think, in the 4th quarter where he kind of just lost it. They went up on the fast break, and Jeremiah Grant had a dunk off that one. That's one that kind of just comes to mind. We shoot 48% from the field. They're 43. This is kind of the story of the game a bit. We're 45% from 3. They're 26% from 3. If you shoot 26% from 3, you're usually not going to win a lot of those games. Both teams are 84% from the line. That's basically a wash. I heard some Spurs fans complaining about, I guess, Deni Avdija's whistle. He does flop and foul bait a lot. So did Ginobili, though. So if you flop and foul bait, it doesn't necessarily mean I hate your game, but the flopping and foul baiting can get a little annoying sometimes because Deni, he'll spam his flopping and foul baiting moves. But again, I'm still a big Avdija fan. Portland has a 42 points in the paint. We have 48. We got him there. 13 second chance points for both teams. We win the fast break points 20-11. We normally win the fast break points battle. We love to get out and run in transition. Moving on, though, to the player stats. We'll start with the Blazers. Klingon had the 4 points and 7 rebounds. Did a good job rebounding out there. Again, he did take 3 threes. Wasn't able to knock him down. Robert Williams down here, he had 11 points. He's 1 for 3 from 3, 5 for 7 from the field. 6 rebounds, 4 assists as well. That's good. He got the 4 dimes. I'm sure the Blazers like to see him doing a bit of playmaking out of pick and rolls and stuff like that. He's not going to break you down off the dribble. But I thought he did a good job. The main thing, though, Williams took the 3 threes. Klingon took the 3 threes as well. Not a ton of attempts for them, but again, they were outside the arc and kind of brought Wemby out of the paint to kind of stretch out our defense. Jeremiah Grant. Jeremiah or Jeremy? Pretty sure it's Jeremiah. I think it's Jeremiah Grant, but he has the 5 points. 2 steals out there, 2 for 6, 1 for 3 from 3. Did have that nasty dunk off that Keldon Johnson turnover in the 4th quarter rather, but he didn't do too much out there. Thibault, he's 1 for 3 points, just knocks down the 1-3 out there. He's decent defensively. I like Shaedon Sharpe a lot. He had the 10 points. He's 0 for 4 from 3. He's a solid shooter. He's probably not going to miss. If he takes 4 threes, he's probably going to make a couple of them, but he wasn't able to hit him this game. 4 for 13, just really inefficient game for him. No turnovers, though, so that's like a little bright spot you could look at as a Blazers fan. Toumani Camara has the 8 points as well. He's 2 for 7. We did a great job just with our perimeter defense out there. Drew Holiday, De'Aaron Fox broke him down off the dribble a couple of times. There was one, I want to say it was the 1st quarter, De'Aaron hits him with a right to left cross. He hesitates, then he just hits the gas and blows right by Drew Holiday for an easy left-handed layup, if y'all remember that one. Drew Holiday is still a great defender. De'Aaron Fox is just so quick out there. It's so hard to stay in front of him. Drew does have the 11 assists out there, so he had a bad game. I mean, he's 4 for 15, but almost gives you a little double double. It's just really hard to score on the Spurs with all the perimeter defenders. So I mean, he did what he could out there. Scoot Henderson has the 18 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He's 7 for 11 from the field and 2 for 4 from 3. Does have the 3 turnovers, but he was so efficient out there, you kind of have to live with it. If Scoot Henderson can give you 18 points on 7 for 11 shooting, the Blazers are going to take that all day. He did his part to win the game, but the Spurs are just a much better team, to be honest. Denny Abdia, he has the 30 points. He's 4 for 6 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, the 5 assists, to steal a block as well. Again, I heard some Spurs fans complaining about, I guess, Denny Abia's whistle out there. Again, he does flop quite a bit, but he only had 6 free throw attempts. I didn't think officiating was really that bad in this game. There was one in the fourth quarter. Wemby goes up for a dunk. They didn't call the foul. They just slapped the shit out of his elbow. They don't even touch the ball at all, if y'all remember that play. There's another one in the fourth quarter. Wemby's down there with Klingon and Denny Abia. Denny Abia kind of hits Wemby in the forehead. He's probably in the paint for like 4 seconds. They don't call the 3-second violation. But yeah, Denny hit him in the forehead. He goes up. Then he gets fouled by Klingon and gets an and one. Wemby kind of sits there for a second. He kind of hits a squat and he gets back up. And he's just in monk mode. You could tell he was kind of mad he didn't get the foul call, but Wemby was just so locked in even before the game started. Denny Abia was great out there, though. He's 12 for 21 at 30 points, over 50% shooting from the field. That might even be 60% on 12 for 21, 2 for 5 from 3. He was great out there. Did such a great job just getting into the paint. He's such a weird driver. He like snakes and slithers his way into the lane. Has all sorts of Euro steps and D-cells. He can hit the floater. He can finish with either hand. He just always gets to his right hand, it feels like. He's just so great at getting where he wants to get on the court. But I thought Denny had a really good game out there. Moving on to the boys. Champagny, he's 2 for 3. Knocks down two of his 3 threes. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals in the block. He had a great impact out there. One of the threes he hit was in the fourth quarter. It was a big one. He passed to De'Aaron Fox in the corner. De'Aaron kicks it right back to him, and he knocks down a 3 on the right wing. Champagny, again, he had a good impact out there. Solid shooting, only 6 points, but good efficiency from 3. The 3 steals in the block as well. Really good impact on defense. Champagny's usually going to give you 5+ rebounds also. So even if his shot isn't going down, he's a really solid defender. And he's a really good rebounder as well. We'll get to Vassell in a second. Vassell was amazing out there. Keldon knocks down 1 3. He's 1 for 4. Does have the 2 turnovers. One of them was really bad in the fourth quarter where he just lost the ball. But he does have the 7 rebounds. He gets the 1 steal out there. He was playing really physical. I thought Keldon played well out there. He wasn't playing outside of himself. He was taking good shots. Only gets the 4 shot attempts, but I feel like he'll be more aggressive as the series goes on. Again, a lot of the guys were just shaking off the rust out there, and I thought Keldon looked a little rusty, but he'll be fine out there. Harrison Barnes, he had the 2 points, just his 2 free throws. He's 0 for 2 from the field, only has the 1 rebound. He only plays 11 minutes. Harrison's on fire to start the season, then he kind of tapered off, and he was kind of cold to finish the season. He'll probably get something like 10 to 15 minutes per game, and I would like to see Carter Bryant honestly get the 11 minutes to kind of help him develop more, but he got the 4 minutes out there. He has the 2 rebounds. Just cool to see Carter Bryant get some minutes in a playoff game and just kind of get more comfortable in those high stakes games. Harrison Barnes, he was notorious in Golden State for being like a playoff dropper. I don't think he's going to have a bunch of games where he knocks down like 5 or 6 threes. But I could see him going like 3 for 6 or 4 for 7 in a couple games and just giving us a bit of a spark off the bench. Mitch Johnson played him. He misses his 1 3. He doesn't have too much like leeway with Mitch Johnson at this point. He's been pretty cold, and at this point, we're not trying to try new lineups and develop this player and that player. We're just trying to win the game. So I don't think Harrison's gonna get a ton of minutes in the playoffs, to be honest, unless he starts off hot from 3. Then we leave him in there because he's kind of on a heater from three. Dylan Harper has the 6 points. He's 3 for 7, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He had 2 layups in the fourth quarter. He has one. He blows by, I want to say it was Scoot Henderson or Drew Holiday, but he just goes left, blows by him. Easy left-handed layup. He had another one. I want to say De'Aaron Fox hit him on the baseline, and he drives right and gets another layup with his right hand. I thought Dylan Harper played fine out there. He looked under control. He wasn't playing outside of himself. He did have the 2 turnovers, but same thing with Carter Bryant. It's good to see our rookies just get some minutes out there in the playoffs. We already talked about Champagny. Castle, he's 4 for 13, 1 for 5 from 3. Not great efficiency. They're guarding him like a Man Thompson out there, basically. Just let him shoot the threes. Castle, even if you're sagging off, he's still really aggressive out there. He was still just eating up that space, get to the paint, and try to get a layup. I felt like he got fouled a lot. I feel like he gets fouled a lot all season long and doesn't get a great whistle, but he has the 17 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. The 3 turnovers, you just have to live with it. Castle will turn over the ball from time to time, but the 17, 7, and 7 is great, and then he's just always playing elite defense out there as well. I thought Fox was great. He's 7 for 15. 17 points, 5 rebounds, the 8 assists. The biggest number is the 0 turnovers. I think Stephon Castle is probably our best guard just overall with what he does all around on offense, and especially his defense, but De'Aaron Fox is our second best offensive player, behind Wemby, to be totally honest. He's our one guy on our team. We can do it with Wemby and Vassell a bit, but I feel like Fox is our best isolation player. Just give him the ball, get to the elbow and knock down a mid-range jumper, or create a 3-ball for one of your teammates. He does have the 8 assists out there. And I thought De'Aaron was great out there. He's our one of our veteran presences, one of our veterans on the team. He played the playoff series. Was it a series or a play-in game against Golden State? I think he played in a series against Golden State in 2022, I want to say, and he was really good against the Warriors. So we haven't seen Fox in the playoffs too much, but it seems like he is a playoff riser. You could tell just watching him out there, he was way more aggressive. He was in cruise control pretty much all season, just letting the guards develop around him, and now it's the playoffs. Him and Wembanyama's 2-man game looked really good, and I just expect Fox to be really good for us going on deeper in the playoffs. Vassell was amazing. He knocks down 5 for 13, so it's not great efficiency. He's 4 for 9 from 3. I already talked about it earlier, though. He has the back-to-back blocks in the third quarter. He gets a big rebound over Donovan Clingan. He knocks down back-to-back threes. Then he has that little fadeaway bank shot on the left wing, if y'all remember that one. Again, only 5 for 13. Those 2 blocks, both of those were in the third quarter when he was going on his heater. And again, 4 for 9 from 3. Only makes 5 shots. Just felt like every shot Vassell hit, though, was just at the perfect time. It felt like every shot was kind of like a momentum killer to kill the Blazers' momentum. And then he just played great defense out there. The one play from the game I remember the most from Vassell was Drew Holiday. He's out in transition. Drew Holiday's at like the free throw line. Vassell's at half court, and he's just sprinting as fast as he can. Gets that chase down block on Drew Holiday. That was probably my favorite play from Devin Vassell in this game. Our boy Magic City Luke Cornett was great out there. He has the 10 points. He's 5 for 6 from the field, 6 rebounds. He had a block. I swear he had a block on Clingan, but they didn't give him a block. 1 assist, 1 steal. I swear Luke Cornett and Steph Castle are best friends out there. They just have such a good 2-man game. I feel like Castle and Cornett have better chemistry than even Wemby and Stephon Castle have. But Cornett just sets really, really hard screens. Wemby sets more like ghost screens. He's setting harder screens this game than he was in the regular season. I don't think we want him setting a bunch of screens and kind of getting banged up. But now that it's the playoffs, Wemby's setting some harder screens I noticed in this game. But you run into Cornett, and it's just a fucking brick wall. He just takes you totally out of the play once you hit that screen. Stephon Castle comes down. 2 players go to Castle. Cornett might even hesitate for a second before he rolls, and then Castle had at least at least 2 or 3 lobs to Luke Cornett. Cornett was amazing out there for us. We were missing a center so bad last season, and now we have, I don't know if you say the best, but probably like one of the top 3 backup centers in the NBA with Luke Cornett. And finally, our boy Wemby. Wemby has 35 points in his playoff debut. They were showing on the broadcast some different playoff debuts. Luka had like 42 points, 7 assists, and 9 rebounds or something like that. That was his playoff debut in the bubble. So Luka had an amazing debut. LeBron had a really good one as well. But Wemby was spectacular out there. The 35 points. He's 13 for 21 from the field. I don't know the exact percentage, but it's over 60% from the field. 5 for 6 from 3. It's just insane. He's 4 for 5 from the line. He's getting hacked all game long. It's ridiculous how bad Wemby's whistle is, honestly. I've said before, I feel like he should start complaining to the refs, but he's in his monk mode. He just kind of internalizes everything. He doesn't let that stuff bother him so much. But, I mean, him or Mitch Johnson, someone needs to tell the refs he's getting fucking hacked out there. One of the ones, I mentioned it earlier, when he's down there against Klingon and Denny Abia. Denny hits him in the head. They don't call anything. There was another one in the fourth quarter. Wemby's going up for a dunk. Forgot who it was that fouled him. They slapped nothing but his forearm and his elbow. They weren't even close to the ball. It goes out of bounds. Or I think De'Aaron Fox actually gets the rebound. He hits a little floater off of that one. But Wemby got the shit fouled out of him. He got fouled a lot in this game. And for whatever reason, I guess he's a 7'6" demigod. If they gave him every single foul call, it might be unfair out there. But y'all probably agree with me. He gets fouled a whole lot, and they just don't call it. Wemby does have the 4 turnovers. At least one of those was a play where he got fouled, and they just didn't call it. But we're not going to really trip about the 4 turnovers. He has the 2 blocks as well. 35 points. Again, I heard people complaining. People would just go out of their way to hate on Wemby and just hate on other superstar players as well. But are people saying, oh, only 5 rebounds? How are you 7'6", only getting 5 rebounds, and just kind of nitpicking out there? We had 45 rebounds as a team, so, 2 people will go to Wemby to try to box him out. Then one of our guards comes in to get the rebound, Luke Cornett, whoever it is. Keldon Johnson did have the 7 rebounds. Castle had 7 as well, so Wemby just draws so much attention. There's 2 guys trying to box him out, and someone else comes in and gets the rebound. Again, like I was saying earlier, Donovan Klingon and Robert Williams were taking enough threes to drag Wemby out of the paint as well. But so many Wemby plays you could talk about. He had the one, it was the first or second quarter. He's coming up the court. He goes behind the back on Denny Abia. Then he's against Donovan Klingon after that. He gets the ball. I want to say it was Klingon. He hits him with I think he goes behind the back on Drew Holiday. Then he's matched up against Denny Abia. He hits Denny Abia with an in and out. Then he spins back into the paint. Wemby's basically falling down, jumps off his right foot, which is the wrong foot. He usually jumps off his left foot, but he jumps off of his right foot. Just nasty ass dunk, hard layup, whatever you want to call it. That was an amazing play. He has the 1-3. I think it was the second quarter. He's drifting to the left corner, and he just rips a fall away going out of bounds. I want to say that was over Donovan Klingon. He has the nasty. He was just cooking Klingon out there all game, to be honest. In the fourth quarter, it was like a 10-point game, something like that, with maybe 3 minutes left. And Wemby dribbles out on the right wing and hits a little step-back 3 over Klingon. He had another one in the fourth. It was just like a 35-footer, trailing on the break, and that was right over Klingon as well. He had another play against Klingon. He just isolated, hits him with a little in and out or something like that, and then he spins over his right shoulder and hits a little fall-away bank shot for Timmy Duncan on that one. But yeah, Wemby was just so amazing out there. 5 for 6 from 3, just super efficient. Couldn't have asked for much more in his playoff debut. Only has to play 32 minutes, so that's good to see. We didn't have to play him 40-plus minutes in this game. Honestly, Wemby should never play over 35 minutes in any game this series. We should be able to sweep the Blazers. I picked the Spurs in 5. I think the Blazers could get a game, but I feel like we should definitely sweep this series, especially with us kind of shaking some of our rust off out there. But just great game for the boys. Our whole arena's lit. San Antonio is an entire party right now for Fiesta. All of our t-shirts look beautiful. Our stadium looks so beautiful. And the Spurs, I don't know if I'd use the word dominate, but we completely controlled the game, and we comfortably handled the Blazers in game one. Let me know what you thought about the game. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 7 billion subscribers. Like the video, hate the video, tell your friends, do something to it, and we'll see y'all next time.